right, there it is. There it is. Jay Thompson hanging out on a Tactical Tuesday. We were having a little extended discussion. Good discussion this morning, man. You know, it's cool to have good discussions this morning, and I enjoy that, and I like having Kyle here. Kyle, if you don't know Kyle Kreiner, you better get to know him because Kyle has a lot of knowledge. He's great at helping folks understand things, and I won't get into the weeds of it, but you know, I'd seen something this morning, and it's created a good debate. It really has. It's created a really good debate on. I don't know if you say like church and state because it's not really state, but it's created a really good. We won't get into it here, but I appreciate Kyle. We had a really good discussion this morning, and you know, that's what people need to do, right? That's it. Here's the inspiration this morning: have discussions without getting upset. And try to find
go in there with an open mind,
and try to find common ground.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's a big thing that so many people are lacking nowadays. Is we need to find
common ground.
And I always, you know, I've been in a lot of conversations over the years, Jason, and I've been blessed to have a lot of friends that may not agree with, that don't agree with the things that I would probably support.
Right.
But you know what? At the same token, we're all people and we're all children of God, and I think that's the main point. And if we focused on those friends that I have, if we focused on our differences, we probably wouldn't be friends.
Right.
And we don't, man. We focus on each other and how can we help each other.
Common ground.
Yeah, and common ground and our faith, and how can we lift up our community and lift up other people. But there does come a point, and Kyle and I were talking about this, there does come a point where rubber meets the road. And what's the old phrase? If you stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
If you don't stand for something.
If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Yeah. And
I think that was a country song.
Yeah. Well, if you don't stand, I'm just making up that version of it, Jason. So
that's actually pretty close.
Was it really?
He actually did pretty good.
I'm glad Jason's working at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home also now because he's always clean cut, you know, looking good, clean cut.
Like I came in here scruffy or something.
You know, back in the day, he used to come in. It was kind of like that Linus on.
Oh yeah, with the dirt swirling.
He had that little cloud. No, I'm just kidding, dude. What a jerk, man.
Yeah.
We've changed it. I'm starting to pick on Jason a lot because I'm hoping that he'll throw it back at me. That's the thing. He does, by the way. Hey, but we do want to welcome you in as we get rolling. Thank y'all for joining us this morning on another edition of Good Morning Huntsville. It's so great to see everybody and hear everybody. And I want to welcome.
He's calling me Pigpen, not Linus. Linus had the blanket.
Ah, okay. Oh, yeah, bring a blanket next week, Jason.
No, what I ought to do is still pork chops little thing he likes to tote around.
Bring that with you. Oh, that's good.
I think he calls it Barry or something.
I
it's
like
it. A bear head with a bunch of fabric like a ghost. So I don't know.
I like it, man. Well, hey, we do want to welcome you in. Thank y'all for hanging out with us, and we want to welcome in the audience on Spirit Radio. We had an issue yesterday with our provider not able to get the show on Spirit Radio, but we fixed that yesterday afternoon. And thank you to Steph Valley, by the way, for noticing that. We do have quite a few folks who listen on Spirit Radio, and we want to welcome all of you in as well. Getting started a little bit late this morning. I took some, what do you call it, ibuprofen last night. I didn't think ibuprofen, made you sleep a little bit more, but I guess because I was hurt. Man, I've had this weird thing for 3 weeks, man, where I don't know. I may have told you about it, but it felt like somebody was kicking me in the stomach a few weeks ago.
You told me about it.
And the last time that happened, it was pancreatitis. I went to the doctor, and all that was my lipase was normal, but it hasn't settled down. It's weird, and I've been having. Yesterday, I had this weird. It's like the achy breaky. Not achy breaky heart.
Oh man, now he's going to throw in some more country.
No. Hey, by the way, Billy Ray Cyrus's version of that's not the original. That was not the right version. I mean, it was good, but it just wasn't the. You got to go back a few. I forget who it was, but it wasn't Billy Ray that came out with that song. But he made it popular, right?
Well, he made it popular.
So, but it's not achy breaky heart. It's like achy breaky body is what I feel like. Don't tell my body, my achy breaky body. I started having some pain in my side, which was weird. I have that from time to time, but it moved to the center of my chest, and someone was, well, you need to get to the hospital. I honestly think what it is I was lifting a bunch of stuff and lifting the kids, and I've learned with having little kids that when you lift them all the time, you have weird pains that you can't describe because sometimes you twist them and turn them in different ways and muscles you don't use. And at least for me, I've been having chest pain, but it's not anything major. I know because like when I breathe in, it's not like crushing pain. It's like my ribs, you know what I'm saying? And then it kind of extends to the center of my chest. So long story short, I took ibuprofen last night and I slept like I hadn't slept in ages. It felt good, I guess. My body was relaxed. And
maybe
I got up this morning. I normally get up about 5 or so. And this morning, honestly, I didn't get up till 6:30. So
6:30.
So there you go. That's
the whole day's gone.
The whole day is already over.
Yeah,
so
6:30.
I texted you and I said, "Hey man, I'm going to be probably 10 minutes late." But you know what? I've gotten to this mindset too. I used to rush myself if I was going to be late and think it was the end of the world. And I know there's people who depend on us. They want to listen to us. But at the end of the day, it's not like it's make or break. And I'm serious about what we're trying to do here, obviously. But I've also learned that I'm not going to stress myself out being 5 or 10 minutes late every once in a while. So,
yeah.
Because I started, one thing I have lately is I've developed a little hypertension. Would you say that? Does that cause a little elevated blood pressure? Is that hypertension?
That is exactly what hypertension
there
is.
you
Is
go.
elevated blood pressure.
What's the opposite of hyper? Hypo. So so here's something. How do we develop hypotension in our lives?
Well, you just born with it.
What you do is you eat a Kyle Kreiner brisket and you just chill and relax.
Hey, you know, Mr. Pete's barbecue was pretty good the other day.
Hey, I wanted to highlight this real quick. Billy and I were just like Googling and thinking on Friday, where could we go eat? And I told him, I said, man, something popped across my Facebook, Mr. Pete's Barbecue. Mm-hmm. And we went. It was nice. It was good old country tailgate and trailer eating. Mm-hmm. You know, luckily Kyle's folks were there. They rolled up with the trailer. They were working on some stuff, and I had the tailgate, and we ate on the trailer, man.
Yeah.
But that barbecue, have you had it before?
Never had it before.
Did you like it?
It was good. The only thing I would say is next time I'm going to order early.
Okay.
That's the only thing.
It
wasn't quick. Don't get me wrong.
But he told us too. But to credit the man, he said it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
So he gave the expectation that it was going to be a while.
But I'm going to tell you, man, we took it back over to the funeral home and ate, and it was good.
It was really good. And you know, I like variety in barbecue. Mm-hmm. My favorite, two of my favorites, Texan barbecue. They're in Montgomery. Love Texan barbecue. Number one favorite is Kyle Kreiner, Brisketeer of Huntsville. Number one. But then outside of Kyle Kreiner, I like Texans barbecue. Really good, great family over there, and their barbecue is excellent. And then I really like C&J's in College Station. They're at Harvey Road. You know, 30 at Harvey. Have you been over there?
Never been there.
Brother, they had Dr. Pepper baked beans. Oh, I'm telling you, buddy. The only thing that was missing was the carbonation when you ate them, but other than that, they were great. You want some carbonated beans?
No, not really.
No carbonated beans?
No, I think that'd make the bean reaction a little worse.
It's like noise canceling, actually.
Uh-huh.
You know, you think about noise canceling headphones inject audio that cancels out the other. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe the carbonation is noise canceling beans.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it, man. Yeah, Kyle said it takes a few hours for the carbonation to set in. Hey, I just got a message from Sherry Wasserman. She's over at the Williams Ranch, and always appreciate them. They've got some more events coming up. So she said, I want to set up a time to promote their fall festival. And so we are going to have, I'll message her. And Sherry, if you're watching this morning, we'd invite you to come on the show anytime. I'll send you the link.
Come in on a Tuesday.
Dude, the fall. Have you been over there for their fall festival?
No, I want to hear about it because it may be something for Pork Chop and Pawpaw to do.
Well, it's going to be October 18th and 19th, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Check this out. Here's what they got going this year. Williams Ranch is here in Huntsville. You been out there, Kyle? It's one of my favorite places to go in Huntsville.
Well, you need to get Sherry on here next week.
It's a hidden gem in Huntsville.
I know.
Check this out. Pumpkin patch, mini petting zoo, hay rides, catch and release fishing, but you got to bring your own gear. That's pretty cool.
That's fine.
Kayaks and paddle boats, scenic walking trails, picnic area, scavenger hunt, games, all sorts of games. They've got playgrounds, bounce houses, sandboxes, tractor train ride, free digital photo booth. Did it say anything about it said hay rides. Last year they had the horses out there, and Braylon rode a horse. Really cool. Tickets are only $15 too. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
No. That's going to be October the 18th and 19th at the Williams Ranch. Oh, so here it is, the add-ons. It's not bad. Horseback rides, $10. You go on a trail ride for $30, Jason. And go down, put on your boots, and go on a trail ride, partner. S'mores station. They got animal feeding tours, printed photo booth, food and vendor village, snow cone vendors, lemonade, dessert trailer, Sam's table, open bar, candy booth, gourmet popcorn, face painting, all sorts of stuff. It's at the Williams Ranch here in Huntsville. You ready, Jason? Can you say it for me?
Huntsville.
Put a little umph in it. Ready?
I don't need to put no umph in it.
Try it. That's why my chest hurts. I pulled a muscle doing that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Billy and I, that's what it was. It was Friday. I pulled a muscle doing it. Huntsville. Huntsville. So
that's what it is, trying to get the in there.
All sorts of awesome things happening here in Huntsville, Texas. Jason, what have you been up to, man? It's good to see you on a Tactical Tuesday. What's going on, man?
Somebody was under the weather last week, so we didn't have a show.
Yeah, it was not a fun Tuesday. I had to put Mac down on Tuesday.
Yeah, I know.
So we took the day off, and it's kind of weird to think, man, a week without our buddy. That first night was rough, man.
Oh, it is. Anytime you lose a pet.
Because, I'm used to this right here. He'd come up on my bed where my arm was, and I don't feel that anymore. Maybe that's why I'm sleeping a little bit more.
Maybe.
A little fella would wake me up twice a night wanting out, and with that tumor, it got worse and worse. And it's so hard, Jason, because it was hard because and I'm going to say this real quick. There's some people out there, oh, it's just a pet, whatever. Man, it ain't just a pet. It's part of your family.
Mine are.
They're part of your family. And I've always been a believer if you see a pet as just a pet, then maybe don't have them to begin with. That's just what I'm going to say. Because now if like a gerbil or something, that's kind of different. But a dog, a cat's different. Karen Denman, if you're watching, cats are different. But if a dog is a whole other level.
You're a cat person.
Yeah, you are. If you're a gerbil person, you're a gerbil person, right?
I guess. I don't know.
But
I'm not a cat person, but I have 6 dogs.
I'm a cat person when other people have cats. I'll love to pet your cats, but I don't want my own cats.
I don't want cats.
Only because we grew up with cats. We had a lot of cats. What I was going to say, though, there's just something unique about a dog, in my opinion. I've had a lot of different pets over the years, but the dog is just a loyal. Cats are loyal. I mean, they'll sit in your lap and all that, but there's something about a dog that, to me, has always just been.
Dog is always happy to see you. At least mine are. It doesn't matter whether you're gone 5 minutes or 5 weeks. They're happy.
Mac was a huge part of our family. I had him almost 11 years and got him when he was a puppy, and it was kind of my love offering to Bridget. And that first night was just rough because it was the first night that I took a picture I put on social media. That's the way I grieve. Bridget was like, don't put that on. I said, sweetheart, it's the way I grieve, just to remind me of the great times that we had. And I went to fill his bowl because it was by habit, right? Mm-hmm. And that's when I broke down, dude. I lost it because I said, man, that's the first time. And, well, besides me being gone every once in a while or whatever, but for the most part, it was the first time I didn't fill his bowl with food when I filled the other dog's bowl. Mm-hmm. And that's when it hit me. I was like, man, this stinks. And my poor wife was up all night that night. She was just in tears, and I felt so bad for her, Jason. She just her poor heart was just broken. And my heart was broken too, but it's when it happened, here's what happened. I just wanted to say this. I felt maybe it's just some encouragement. Somebody else out there's got a pet or a dog that has something that's incurable. I felt so guilty right after, Jason. And I've put down 2 dogs before, but they've been really sick, and so it hurt. Mm-hmm. But there was so much relief knowing that they weren't suffering anymore.
That's the thing. If you're suffering or your pet's suffering, there's no need for it.
Mac that tumor had gotten massive, and I'm so thankful to many people in this community. They helped us out because we had a pretty substantial operation bill from Blue Pearl. And I don't regret. I mean, I still had to take out a pretty good little mini loan. It wasn't mini. It's about half the price of a used car probably. But I don't regret given him an opportunity to live 6 more months. And I believe that the Lord healed him in those 6 months of that tumor. And it gave us 6 more months to enjoy him and to be with him and to love him. And I don't think we always loved on him, but we hadn't loved on him like we had those last 6 months.
Right.
And all of a sudden one day I noticed there's something kind of hanging lower in his abdomen. I was like, what is this? And then I started feeling, and it was another one. And when I went to the vet, he's like, man, these are just going to keep popping up. And he goes, you want to take it out? I mean, it's going to be expensive. It ain't going to be like the last one because this one's early. But he goes, we'll take this one out, and then there's going to be another one, and there's going to be another one, and there's going to be another one. And I said, well, I've already made the decision that we're not going to do that anymore. You know, I said, I financially, I can't do that anymore. So how can we make him comfortable? And we did. And here's what I'm getting at. He was comfortable. That sucker grew massively, and it grew quick, this other one. And then another one popped up, and then it opened up in 2 spots. And Bridget and I were on this nightly duty for 3 weeks. Thanks to you, gave me some advice. Got those 4-inch wraps over at Tractor Supply Company. A good company for good people. Tractor Supply. That's their new motto, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah. Kyle's like, I'll never shop there. That's their motto. That's the stupidest motto I've ever heard of. But you told me about those horse bandages, and I got those. And then that Alu Shield stuff, man, that was like liquid foil you spray on a wound. It was awesome.
Yeah, stuff works great.
And here's what stinks is we got those 2 healed up pretty good. You know, when it first, I mean, it wasn't. I was like, Bridget, he's bleeding, and I was like, here we go, man. But what happened was between the 2, another spot had opened up that we knew that one was not going to be curable. It was just going to be too much. And so I had already called Dr. Duvall at Huntsville Pet Clinic. He's a great man. Love him so much. He's so compassionate. And their prices are fair. And so I went over there, and as soon as he looked at him, he said, yeah, it's time, man. He goes, if you're ready, it's time. Here's where the guilt part kicked in for me. That dog all day had no idea. Had no idea that we were about to do that. I walked him in the morning, and he was starting to kind of – his leg, what is it called, edema, when it fills up with fluid? Yeah. His leg had filled up massively, but then like 3 days later it went back down and it was normal. It was the neatest thing, man. But that tumor gotten so big it was starting to impair his ability to walk. You'd see him kind of drag his leg on the back. And so I walked him that morning. Lois from Old Town Theater, her sister lives right around the corner from us, and I kind of broke down then because I told her it's the last time I'm going to be walking him like this in the neighborhood. That hit me. And then we just loved on him all day until 3 o'clock. This was last Tuesday. We went to get a burger at Whataburger. I gave him half of that, gave him a ton of French fries. And then we went to the duck pond, and he loved that. There was one duck that he snuck up on in a bush and almost got him. I was like, don't do that, dude. So he had one more opportunity to try to get a duck.
When are we going to get Miss Molly on here?
Well, she won't come on. She said, I offered her $1 million. She said, nope, not going to do it.
Really?
Yeah, so all that happened, Jason. Long story short is, you know, we wrap up at the duck pond. And this is how he was. He loved people so much that at that last little moment at the duck pond, there was 2 college girls that came up, and they said, oh, he's so sweet. And I think it's so fitting for him because he loved people. Right. And those 2 girls just loved on him, and he's wagging his tail. And that's what hurt. When I took him into the vet and lifted him up on that table, I lost it again then. Yeah. Because he was looking at me, and he's wagging his tail, and it's like he thought he was just getting a shot or something. Yeah. And Dr. Duvall gave him that medicine that relaxes him. The sedative. One time I said sedative.
Sedative. Aluminium.
Yeah. Kyle, this is why I don't try to debate because I don't know how to use words properly. Sedative. He used that sedative.
Sedative.
That sedative, sedative, and his little head just, you know, after 2 minutes, his little head just rested right on Bridget's arm. And then, you know, I told the doctor, I said, hey, he's asleep. And then they said, okay, we'll bring in the other medicine. And I didn't want to stay for that. I just didn't want to stay for that part because he was already resting. I've done it twice, and it's not easy. But I felt guilty, and this is what I'm getting at. I felt really guilty because he was a happy dog. But then I started thinking about it. He didn't have to suffer from that thing. If I would have waited another week, honest to goodness, probably would have been here today.
Probably.
Not here in the studio, but you know what I'm saying. He'd been here on this Earth Day. But the problem is that he would have been suffering. If I would have waited a week, that poor dog would have been suffering bad. Who knows? That thing could have just. I could have been here doing a show. Bridget could have been at work, and that thing could have ruptured at home. And then what? Then he don't have anybody with him.
Nope.
So I want to encourage folks. You'll know. I didn't. When Dr. Duvall told me a month ago, he goes, "Yeah, you'll know when it's time." I didn't really believe him.
Right.
Because I couldn't grasp the concept of having to put my dog down like that, even though I've done it before. But he was 100% right. When we were putting those bandages on those other two tumors and we saw that massive hole that had formed in between them, I knew. Even though he was happy, I knew that I knew. And, man, that poor dude, he was just laying there while Bridget was cleaning him. He was the happiest dog. He loved us helping him and cleaning him and bathing him. So that's my encouragement this morning for all of you dog owners out there, pet owners. You will know that you know. Don't allow your little one to suffer because it's not good.
Nope.
So, anyways, that's why I was late last week. You know, Jason was like, "Oh, yeah, someone didn't feel good last week." Well, that's why, buddy. Thanks for your compassion.
Man,
I'm just
can't
kidding.
even pick at you without you getting old hurt over
Old
there.
hurt, old son.
Get some more feelings on your sleeves. You need to toughen up.
Oh, I know, man. I know, buddy. But that was it. I'm giving you a hard time. I know that you didn't mean it anyway. But that's why we weren't here last week. But it's been a whirlwind of a week, man.
Yep.
There's a lot going on, here throughout our community. One thing that I've really loved over this last week is I've seen so much unity. I've seen so many people come together. I've had to play Facebook police on my own Facebook. I got the nastiest message that I've ever been sent on social media from someone I don't even know. And I don't even want to talk about it too much because I don't want to give them the light of day. Just like Fox News at the Charlie Kirk, memorial, there was a group of people there that were protesting, like 10 people. And I'm sitting there thinking, why even put the camera on them? Don't give those people the light of day, But I got a message that I was like, how? You don't even know me. And it was just 2 words. And I say the nastiest message I've ever received it was because I've never received those 2 words sent to me directly. And I don't know who the person was. I clicked their profile, I found out pretty quick who they were and what they stood for. But that's the truth. I'm not being stereotypical, but I could see right away. And it really, I don't know, it kind of bothered me at first, but then I kind of shrugged it off and I said, whatever. And I just, blocked them. I don't want to put up with that kind of stuff, man. And I don't understand why people come at each other the way that they do.
Because people can be mean.
It just doesn't make sense. And I don't know if it's because everybody in this world wants to think that they're right all the time. I know in this room we don't want to sit here and think that we're right all the time. We're going to talk and have dialogue. But Kyle don't think he knows that he's right all the time. See, he's different. But I mean that, man. Like I've seen so much good, and I want to focus on the good.
That's it.
That's what we do on this show and what we promote, and I'm very thankful to people like Chris Brown in this community who saw something and said, "Let's organize something. Let's bring people." Oh, there were over 600 people last Thursday that got together in unity and in prayer. I met a lady that came all the way from Willis that said, "I just want to be part of this." People coming together, And that was incredible to see that. And there was nothing. One group of people drove by and started yelling and shouting, in disagreeance. And I don't understand what that does. I don't get it, Jay. I don't understand. Is that getting your message across? Is that, to me, I won't go down this trail because it can turn. You know how it is.
It can turn bad real quick.
But to me, that was hateful.
Well,
yelling and cussing at people.
Disrespectful.
I don't know. I think when you cuss at somebody and yell at them, to me, it's hateful. I don't think it's. It's disrespectful. But I think if you cuss somebody out, to me, that's in a way that's hateful because
or it just shows,
you're not coming.
It
you're not coming.
Shows your inability to communicate.
You're not coming at a person from compassion.
No.
When you're sitting there yelling at someone and cussing them out, is that love?
No.
So what's the opposite of love? Hate. And that's the way that I saw that. But luckily no one cared. They just dismissed it. Mm-hmm. And we were in the middle of prayer, man. Mm-hmm. And so I want to encourage people to just stand in unity. Can we find common ground on things? Like I said earlier, I've got there's many friends that I have that, they even said, we're sorry that somebody lost their life, but they also said, but I don't see the point of this and this. And I didn't consider it hateful because we're friends and we had a dialogue. We discussed it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that was fine. And that's what we need to do. We don't have to agree on everything. Man, how horrible of a world would this be if we all agreed on everything?
It would be kind of boring.
Now, how great of a world would it be if everybody agreed that Jesus Christ was our Lord and Savior? Now, that would be a whole different ball game of agreement. But man, it'd be pretty boring if everybody, hey, what do you think? Oh, I think it's great. Just think if we agreed on everything. Hey, what do you think about this vehicle here that's got 3 wheels and the other wheel, it falls off when I'm driving? Oh, I think it's great. That would cause destruction. That car would get on the highway, run into another car. Well, what do you think about that? Oh, that was great. Man, that was awesome. Just start thinking about if we agreed on everything and thought everything was that way, Jason. I know that's a dumb analogy, but yeah. You can agree. So, yeah, I mean, so anyways, I've learned a lot over this week, but one thing that I've learned and that I've chosen to see is people coming together. I've seen people come together in ways that I've never seen before. I think the most magnificent thing that I've seen are people coming together in faith. Saw that I watched all that memorial that I could, Jason, up until we were even listening as we were driving to Houston to go to the Astros game. Someone had blessed us with tickets to the Astro game because I'm in no position to buy them. So we were blessed with tickets to go. And
well, that's nice. You
took the kids' first game ever.
Cool.
And here's why I brought this up, because even at that game, there was this different atmosphere.
Was there?
I'm not a fan of taking my kids to big venues anymore of sporting events because it always is rowdy. Mm-hmm. There's always people around you that I don't want my kids to be sheltered, but at that age, they don't need to be hearing stuff like that.
Right.
And because I've experienced it without fail, every time I go, there's some sort of incident, there's something that goes on. But this was the first time I went, and I was so thankful because I had the kids, and everything was just, there was this different atmosphere. Even people in line were talking to each other and putting their arm on each other. Man, it's good to see you, brother. And I was like, I don't know who that dude is, know. I think that's some positive things that have came out of this last week, and this last couple of weeks. But we have to keep our foot on the gas pedal. And Kyle and I were talking about, you were here, we were talking about a few things, and I'm open to learning more and understanding more about, why certain organizations may align with something. Some of it, sometimes we got to be careful because it could be, hey, this is a cool thing to do right now. Everybody hop on board and do this. Mm-hmm. But at the same token, I think we got to keep our foot on the gas pedal. And there's a lot of good that can come out of things if we choose to see it that way.
Yeah, it's all about perspective.
I mean, you work in a business, Jason, where you're taking care of families, and that's heartbreaking. You've been around, but I know in that industry too, you've probably seen a lot of good come out of what you get to do, right?
Yeah, sometimes. It's interesting.
That's why you need to get your pre-planning done, because that's when the good don't come, right?
it takes a lot of stress off the family. Those of us that are left behind, it takes the stress off the family.
Yeah. Well, many people are joining us right now. I see a lot of comments this morning. A lot of folks joining us. Let's do a quick break. We're going to take a break. I wanted to highlight some National Day of today. And do us a favor. Let us know that you're out there this morning. We'd love to hear from you as we always try to uplift and encourage our community. And let us know this morning as we start off with just some gratitude. I've been – that's one other thing that I've learned, and I've mentioned it now 3 times on this show. Today will be the 3rd time. I've learned that I need to be a better husband to my wife through all of this over the last 2 weeks. I've learned that I need to step up. And not that I was like a bad husband before, but there's more that I can do for my wife. And it's easy for us to sit back and say, well, if so-and-so didn't do that. I'm not talking about Bridge. I'm just talking about in general. That, well, they didn't do this for me, so I'm not going to do that for them. And you know what I've learned?
What's that?
We need to do stuff for people regardless. I mean, I've always tried to do that, but this past couple of weeks has really realized that I need to step it up, that there's more that I can do for my wife for her to feel more appreciated. It's not that she doesn't. I know she does. But the stories that I heard about the way Charlie embraced his wife, I was like, I got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
You know, if I can leave little notes in high school, maybe I can leave little notes as a married man every once in a while to my wife. Look at Kyle's face over here.
Kyle's like, turn that down, man.
Kyle's like, I ain't leaving no notes.
Rachel going to be expecting stuff.
Wait, Rachel, Kyle's over, man, he's got a notebook right now. Look what he's doing, man. There's smoke coming off of that pencil. But it's those little things. You know, maybe you don't have to go to that extreme, but it's those little things, Jason, that I've realized, man, I can be the person in our relationship that can bring joy to our family, and I can be the person in our relationship that brings the opposite of joy, you know, that brings strife. And I want to choose to bring joy every day to my family. And we've always prayed, but it's always been kind of individual. Like I'll pray with Braylon at night and put her to bed. Now we pray as a family. And it's kind of neat. We do a little prayer. So we hold hands before we go to sleep and we pray. And that's been something over the last 2 weeks that I've already seen the Lord move in our family. And it's just, I don't know, man, it's incredible to see the goodness out of something that could be so tragic, that is tragic, you know. So anyways, I'm going to quit rambling on. Let's take a break. We got more to discuss today. Jason's going to come back and talk about, I don't know, we'll think of something.
Yeah, we'll come up with something.
We'll be back in a moment.
Somebody comment a topic for us.
Comment in a topic. Comment in this morning of something you've always wanted to hear on this show. It's AMA.
And we'll ad-lib it.
Yeah, it's AMA. Look at Kai's blinking. He likes this. AMA.
He's fixing. He's typing already.
AMA, ask me anything. It's ask me anything. But I'm not going to guarantee you'll get an answer. so AMA, and we'll see if we can answer it when we come back. Does that sound good, Jason?
Sounds good.
All right, well, let's take a break. More to come as we continue on. It's your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville. As always, a big thank you to Elliot Herzig from Elliot's Jewelers, and, of course, our friends here at Guardian Defense. All things personal safety online, GuardianDefenseLLC.com. We'll be back after this. Stay with us.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at GuardianDefenseLLC.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com. The church should be transformational. And maybe you've never been to church, or maybe life has left you feeling lost, but Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." At First Baptist Church, Huntsville, a harbor of hope, we're not trying to fit in with the world. We're here to help you step into something greater, a fresh start, a new life in Christ. Join us this Sunday at 10:45 and see what God can do in your life. Visit fbchuntsville.org. Hope is here, and we're saving a seat just for you.
Loving Jesus, loving people side by side. In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope.
All right, friends, back at it here. Oh, wait. I need to change my tone. Hey, friends, back at it here. Boy, how y'all doing this morning? Is that better? You like that, dude? Man, welcome in. We're so excited to have all of you.
No George Jones songs.
No, man. He ain't stopping. He's always loving her. Welcome back in. We're going to lift you up and encourage. Kyle made some positive comments. So he said, Rob, you've been kind of down lately, man. You've been singing George Jones in my ear the last couple of weeks, and you know what it takes? That's a good friend. A good friend is going to tell you. So we're going to change the tone. We're back up. We've walked up a few steps. So welcome in, Jason. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah.
You're waking up this morning ready to roll, ready to take on this world.
Well, I mean, it's 8:30. Most people are ready to work.
Kyle, man, I'm ready just to run through this wall right here, brother. You know, man.
I want to see that.
Yeah, well, I know you would. That's going to take things back down again because I'll get injured, you know. So.
Yeah, but it would be fun.
All right. Hey, we did have some AMAs come in real quick. I got a story for you. I want to read it here in a moment. But we always do this in this quick little second segment at the very beginning. Quick weather update this morning, all right? Weather update for you. Did you get any rain yesterday?
There was just a slight, 6-inch rain on the windshield a couple of times.
It was threatening, but it never rained at the house.
No, I mean, like there was a drop every 6 inches on the windshield.
Am I the only one that, kind of looks forward to the power going out at my house now? Because it was going out every single month in Elkins. I mean, literally every month it would go out. Mm-hmm. And so I wired up the house. I put a nice little 50-amp breaker and wired it in, put the little safe, the locking switch. Mm-hmm. I did all that myself, man. And then I bought the generator, and I was like, all right, come on. Come out. Turn off on me now. Mm-hmm. That hasn't turned off. I got everything ready to go at the house on the power, and I'm so excited about the chance that I get to use that legit. I've tested it, obviously, it works.
Right.
But I've been so excited about when the power goes out when I get to turn on that generator and power the house, Jason. And then yesterday, what happens? I get an email from Entergy that says, "Hey, your power's out," and a little bit of me goes, "Yes." And then 10 minutes later, I get an email saying it came back on.
Was it even off? Did you have to go set all your clocks?
It did go off. I don't know. There's some glitch in their system. Hey, 78 right now, partly sunny. Today, just a very minuscule chance of showers. I don't expect anything to happen. And then as we look ahead the rest of this week on your Wednesday, rain will increase, by the way, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, little scattered thunderstorms tomorrow, and then things will get back to being sunny for the rest of the week. We should have a great weekend as well. How about this? As we continue through this week, a little bit of a cold front moving in. By the way, yesterday was the first day of fall.
Oh, I didn't
Forgot
notice.
all about it. Forgot to mention it on this show.
Didn't notice.
Didn't notice it. But, hey, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, highs only in the mid-80s.
Well, that would be nice.
That's it. That's your quick weather update. Well, hey, I wanted to lift the show back up. You know, Kyle's right. The past couple of weeks I've been telling sad stories and sad things. So that's why we're going to do an AMA here in a little bit, too. So for those of you that are joining, I've already had one question come in. I'm going to answer that one later. But ask us anything. Ask Jay. Maybe you've seen Jason here on Tuesdays. You've been like, I need to ask Jason something.
Yeah.
That guy looks so jolly and happy, and he just seems like a good feller. Just a good old boy.
Nah.
He's just a good boy, just a whittling a good stick. You ever watched Earl Dibbles Jr.? Kyle, you watch Earl Dibbles Jr.? Just a whittling a stick. Mm-hmm. Ask old Jason a question over here. Well, while we're waiting on your questions to come in, I want to tell you a story about a man named Anthony Robles. R-O-B-L-E-S. It's probably pronounced Robles, not Robles. Roble. Anthony Robles. I'm going to say, you think it's Roble or Robles?
I have no clue.
Robles. I'm going to say Robles, all right? Some people, Kyle's going to like this. See, we're back, Kyle. We're back, buddy. Some people wake up today already telling themselves they can't. Oh, too tired, too weak, Jason. Mm-hmm. Too many problems stacked against them. But I want to tell you, hey, too many problems. I don't think I'm going to get it today. But let me turn that around, because I want to tell you about a boy who was born without his right leg. True story, by the way, Anthony Robles. Doctors said his future would be limited. The world said that, quote, disabled. Mm-hmm. The world said this guy's disabled. 16 pounds of newborn. That's a big boy, by the way. Impossible. His name, Anthony Robles. I hope I'm saying that right. I should have researched his name first. I know the story's true. Pulled it off of goodnews.com, by the way. Mm-hmm. Goodnews.com. He refused prosthetics. He refused pity. His mother told him he wasn't broken, so he lived like he was whole. At 14, he stepped onto a wrestling mat. A sport, obviously, wrestling is where balance is everything. You got to be able to balance. Mm-hmm. All right? Leverage is everything, too. You got to balance. Do those go hand in hand, like balance and leverage? I think they're kind of the same word. But he lost. Gets on this wrestling mat. He loses every single match, over and over. Not one victory that first year. Most kids would have quit. Not Anthony. Nope, not Anthony. He went back to the gym. He built his upper body until his grip was like a vice. Think about a vice. You ever played around when you were a kid and you put your finger in that thing and you start to turn it a little bit? And you ever done that, Jason?
No. Not intentionally.
I did, just to see how much. See, come on, you had to have. When you were a kid.
I was smarter than that.
I'm talking about you put your finger in there and you turn it and then you just inch it forward to see how much you can take. You never did that?
No,
Oh,
why?
I guess something was wrong with me then. I did it. All right. So his grip was like a vice.
Now we got it, Kyle.
Yeah.
We figured it out.
That's what's wrong with me, Kyle. He dropped lower to the ground faster than his opponents could grab. He took what looked like a weakness and turned it into a secret weapon. And by his senior year of high school, the kid who lost every match was undefeated. Arizona State champion. But he wasn't finished. He goes on to Arizona State University, where he climbed even higher in the wrestling ranks. The NCAA Wrestling Championships. Mm-hmm. National stage, old son. Bright lights, national stage. Wrestling's a big thing, especially as you get up north. There were more people at North Dakota State wrestling matches than would come to the basketball games here. I mean, it was unbelievable. The whole arena was filled. And they're big in that stuff. March the 19th, 2011, he faced the number one seed in the nation, and he won. Anthony Robles, the one-legged wrestler, became the NCAA national champion at 125 pounds. Now here's the part that you need to carry into your day. Anthony once said, every soul who comes into this world has a weakness. People are going to look at you and see what you lack, but it's up to you to make it your strength. So when you feel like quitting today, remember Anthony. When you think you can't push anymore, remember Anthony. When life says you're missing something, remember Anthony. Yep. He didn't wake up with an advantage. He woke up with a choice, and he chose to fight. So today, it's your day today. You get to choose. So choose to get up, choose to push harder, choose to win your day. Because if Anthony Robles could pin down doubt, then so can you. There you go, Kyle. Do you like that one? All right,
Yeah, much better.
We're back, baby. We're back. It was a 2-week hiatus. We're back, baby. There you go.
Now he's going to start singing AC/DC.
Da, 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 na, na. Oh, I can't. Yeah, I don't know the song. All right. Couple of AMAs came in this morning. One for my sister.
All right.
All right. My sister says, for your show, my AMA. Let me see if there's any other AMAs that have came in. I'm sure Kyle has one in here. Did Kyle didn't AMA us anything? What did we had no AMAs on the comments, guys? Come on. Autumn, did she? Autumn AMA'd us something? What did she say? Oh, okay. Well, I'll let you answer this, her AMA. My AMA for my sister is this. What is your favorite memory with your sister? She's not going to like this because it was actually one of the most, tragic memories. I got 2 of them, Rebecca. I'm going to tell you one. Mm-hmm. She ain't going to like me sharing this. But as I got older, it was kind of funny. You asked, Rebecca, so you're getting it. This is what the AMA is all about. Mm-hmm. I'm not holding back. My sister and I, when we were younger, we used to clash, man. There's a big age gap between. Now my sister and I are very close. But there's almost an 8-year gap between us, Jason. 8 years there. And I don't know what I did. And, Rebecca, if you know, don't comment because I don't, this will be too much.
Comment.
No, don't because it could have been something.
Comment.
Could have been something bad. There's a few memories. One of them, for some reason, I'd strip down when I was a kid and go to the bathroom. And I'd leave the door open. Well, one time she decided she didn't like that. I was really little. But emotion, you remember things. And she threw me in the front yard and locked the door. And so I was naked as a jaybird. Probably, I don't know how old it was, probably 6 or 7 years old. And I'm out there in the front yard and I'm hiding between the screen door and the front door because I had no clothes on. That was one of my favorite memories.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Comment.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. The second one is she got angry at me about something. And this is funny now, but she used to tell me that I was an accident. And Rebecca, you probably don't remember this, but I do remember you telling me this. You probably won't. But she'll remember this. She took a permanent marker and she wrote accident on all my stuff. And at the time, I didn't really know what that meant. I just knew that it probably wasn't something nice. And she had told me, she said, because our house was a small house growing, our house, same family house that we've always had. It's like 3-bedroom, 2-bath, but there's three kids, right? Mm-hmm. And she goes, there's a reason there's only 3 bedrooms in this house and not 4. Because there have been 4, there have been 1 for each of the kids and our parents. Well, my brother and I had to share a bedroom all the time growing up. So that was a favorite memory. Now that I look back, at the time, it wasn't a favorite. And then a little lighthearted. My sister used to take me to the mall all the time. Mm-hmm. She would take me to the Highland Mall. Boy, wasn't that a thing in the 90s and early 2000s? Mm-hmm. No more. I remember that was the best thing. Get your girlfriend and you go to the mall. That's what we did. But no, Kyle's right.
We didn't go to the mall because we,
You didn't have to buy nothing. You just go and walk around.
We didn't have a mall in Huntsville. TDC took it over right away.
No, there was still a mall at one point, wasn't there?
I don't know. I never went.
I heard there was cool things in there.
No.
Now it's like
Now that's a stretch.
Oh, Kyle said it's a stretch. But
no, they had like J.C. Penney's and Bell's. That was about it.
All right, hey honey, you want to go to the mall? Let's go to J.C. Penney's. But you didn't have to back in the day.
Do I? Was it?
Back in the day, you didn't have to. You could just go in there and hang out. But my sister, this is one of the memories that I have. There was a candy store in that mall, and they had these like lollipops on a stick. They were kind of, the spiral ones that were on a stick. And for some reason, I remember going into that candy store and getting that lollipop. And I thought that was the nicest thing that my sister ever did for me.
Well, that's nice of her.
And now she still does nice things. Like I got a T-shirt the other day, and it said it came in the mail yesterday, and it's really funny. It's the Oregon Trail. Kyle would like this shirt. But it says something like, please have patience. I was born in the 1900s. And it's like the Oregon Trail, you used to have to wait on the game to do stuff. So she buys me little shirts like that all the time. So, yeah, Kyle said he has a hard hat sticker that says you have died of inflation. So that's an AMA that was sent to me from my sister. So, sis, I love you. Here's one for you, Jason. From Autumn Wheaton, all right? Look at Joshua Mashi back there flashing up the comments, man.
Yeah.
I was like, where'd that come from? AMA, best excuse to get out of jury. Best excuse to get out of jury duty.
Well, she's already off.
Yeah, she said, I have to log off at 8:45 to walk to the courthouse for mine this morning. So she's off by 3 minutes. What is your best excuse to get out of jury duty, Jason? What would you do?
I really don't have an excuse. I just don't go.
You don't go?
Nah.
You get the notice, but you don't go.
I've never got a notice.
Ah.
But even if I did, I wouldn't go.
You don't think you'd get in trouble?
You got to prove it.
So in Georgetown, our judge, I got a jury duty notice. I've actually,
if they do get low, they will go to Walmart. They will send a deputy to Walmart
and just pick random
and they
people.
will just hand it to you right then. You have 20 minutes to be at the courthouse.
That's a little overreach.
Yeah.
I would like for that to happen, and we could go film that. That'd be awesome. That'd go viral.
Yeah.
Why Walmart, though? Why don't they go to, like, Target or, or...
We didn't have Target back then.
Social media lights up. Stay away from the Walmart. They're handing out jury duty notices.
Jury duty's just part of it. If you get a notice, go.
I've gotten 3 of them in my life. I've went to one.
I did go to one, and it was like the biggest waste of time. They canceled. They postponed it the first time. It said come back in a week, so I had to take another day off work. And,
see you, Kyle. Kyle's heading out.
See you later, Kyle. So I had to take off work the next week, and we all showed up again, and it was, we sat there for like an hour and a half, and they come in and they said, oh, well, we settled out of court. Without going to trial, you can go home. And that just really pissed me off, to be honest. Because I had to take off 2 whole days of work.
Well, you're turning red thinking about it right now.
Oh, yeah.
Like tomato red, buddy.
Yeah.
Zoom in on that, Josh. Can you have remote control the camera? No, I'm just kidding. Well, what happened to me, it's actually pretty funny. The judge that's over all that was in our Rotary Club in Georgetown. And
so you couldn't get out of that?
I don't know how he knew that my name. I guess they have a roll call of it or something, and he saw my name on it. I don't know. He goes, hey, you didn't show up for jury duty, Rob. I said, what are you talking about? I said, I never received a notice. He goes, well, you did, and you didn't show up. And I said, so what happens? He goes, well, you get fined, and, you're going to have to come see me. And then he laughed. He gave me a pound on the back. He said, don't worry about it. But, man, I was scared to death.
Well, I did get, there was a couple times I got it when I drove trucks. The only problem was I wasn't home.
Well,
I wasn't home for, from the time it came in until I was supposed to be there. I got home a week later, and I called him and said, I drive trucks, so I just now got your jury summons.
I got another one. This was when I first started broadcasting for Sam Houston football. I was living in Georgetown still. That's when I was losing money doing the games.
Yeah.
I would drive from Georgetown because I loved doing it. But I was also naive. I mean, I literally was losing money because the gas that it took me to get over here and what I was getting paid to do Division I football wasn't much. But I loved doing it. And I'll never forget, that was when they asked, Why are you going to be able to? I said no. I said I have a football. I'm a broadcaster. Nobody that can fill in for me. And they dismissed me in Georgia. They let me off on that one. But going back to the one about the judge, so it comes full circle like 5 or 6 years later. Remember that little shed that I had on the side of the house, that little cabin studio? Remember all that junk I had up there, and we were, I was cleaning all that out? I had boxes. I always saved 7 years of invoices. Even though I'd sold my business, I kept the invoices for 7 years just in case I could need them. I remember back in the day, I didn't accuse anyone, but I thought that someone had stolen $500 out of our cash drawer at Click, at my Round Rock store. As I was cleaning out those 7 years of invoices, there was a manila folder that had that $500 in there.
Really?
And that same folder, there was that jury duty notice that judge said that I missed, that I told him I didn't receive it in the mail. I don't remember getting it, but it was in that folder. So it was like 6 years.
I went to one time. And the judge was really cool about it. He was like, they pull the whole jury pool in. And the judge goes, I want a show of hands of how many people in here, if you get selected for jury duty, you're not gonna get paid from your job. And everybody like me that raised their hand because, the job I had at the time, yeah, you can go to jury duty. We'll support you, but we're not going to pay you. At all.
Yeah.
Really?
We're not going to celebrate that today.
Why are you putting that on the screen?
just to tell you what's National Day of today.
I don't need to see that at all.
What,
and everybody that raised their hands, he said, okay, you're dismissed. I don't want you here.
And that was it. He was cool then, huh?
Yeah, he was just
he didn't want you to lose money, man.
He was like, if you're selected and you're not getting paid, you're not going to want to be here. You're not going to give it your full attention, and I just don't have time for that.
So it wasn't about you're not getting paid. It was about your attention.
Well, he said you're not going to pay attention because you're mad because you're losing money by being here.
Well, there you go. I got jury duty here in Walker County. Bless you.
Thank you.
That's a good sneeze, man.
No, that was a little one.
When I sneeze, like that sign would fall off behind you.
Well,
Bridget gets mad at me. She's like, why do you have to sneeze so loud? I said, I don't know. I don't control how the Lord made my body to sneeze. I can't control it. It's loud. My other jury duty was here in Walker County. I totally forgot about it.
did you?
I have a bad habit of when I get mail, of just setting it in this wire box that I have and then forgetting about it completely. And I was going through it, I don't know, a couple of years. It was when I moved. It was when I moved and when you find stuff, right?
Yeah.
When we moved up to Fargo, I was clearing it out. I was like, oh, that expired a year ago. Never got a call. But if I did, it's our civic duty. If I get them, I will go.
Yeah, I'll go.
If I remember and don't misplace it.
It don't bother me.
So, hey, a couple of National Day of it. One is Jason's very favorite today is National Snack Stick Day, Jason. National Snack Stick Day.
There's nothing wrong with snack sticks.
What's a snack stick?
It's like cured meat.
Oh. That's what that is?
That's what it looks like.
Oh. Stuff.
No, it's a cured meat that's wrapped in a
Kind of like a Slim Jim type deal?
kind of like a Slim Jim.
Okay. Well, there you go. Today is National Snack Stick Day. It's also National Checkers Day.
I'll play checkers.
National Dogs in Politics Day today. Can you name any presidential dog? I got one. I know one. It's the only one I know. Off the top of your head, you can't name one presidential dog.
No.
You can't. I got one, buddy.
No.
Starts with a B. You get angry. You really can't?
No.
What's wrong with you? I'm just kidding.
What's wrong?
Starts with a B.
Why? Why would I worry about the presidential dog name?
For some reason, I know this one.
Okay.
Starts with a B. The name begins with a B. Any idea what it may be?
No.
Ends with a Y. Any idea?
No.
No. Starts with a B, ends with a Y. Dog's name, presidential dog. It's the only one that I remember, and I have no idea why.
Okay, well, what is it?
Hold on, I'm trying to get to the other comments here real quick. Let's see. Hold on one second. Because I can't see comments coming in on my personal Facebook.
You can't?
I can't. Oh, by the way, my sister said my brother was in on it, too, when they threw me out in the front yard. That's great.
Oh, that's funny.
Presidential dog starts with the letter B, ends with he had his own webpage back in the day. I don't know why I remember this. But there
Probably because he had a webpage back in the day.
Boy, look at this little fella. Let me see if I can throw this on the webcam here. I can't do it the other way. Let me try something here, Jason, because, I mean, you can't deny this little feller. Hold on. I'm trying to, this when I start doing stuff on the flies when I get in trouble, right?
Yeah.
Video capture. Let's go here. Let's see if it'll take us. HD. Okay, there we go. All right. Here's what I want to show y'all this morning. I can't deny this little feller. It's the one that I remember. Jason will know him he probably won't. There he is. You see him?
No, I see George, one of the bushes.
Look right there.
Okay, I see a dog.
Yeah, you don't know who that is?
No.
That's Barney.
Barney?
Barney.
Okay.
He was George Bush's dog, Barney. The poor little dog died. Died in 2013. But Barney. They had his own webpage. He had his own little kids' books.
Okay.
And that's I guess that's how I remember. Now, I was out of high school. I didn't have the Barney kids' books. But that's the one that I remember.
Okay.
So I'm celebrating Barney today.
Celebrating Barney today.
Celebrating Barney. Hey, let's take one final break. One more opportunity. If you got an AMA, ask us anything. We'll answer it. But if you have an AMA, send it to us. We're going to take a break, and then when we come back, we'll highlight a couple of other things, and then we'll wrap it up when we come back. Jason Thompson joining us, Guardian Defense. It's all things personal safety. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. More to come. This is your show. It is Good Morning, Huntsville. Stay with us.
Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Imagine a voice of hope reaching every corner of Huntsville, from homes and hospitals to prison walls. That's the heart of Spirit Radio. We're a truly local 501c3 nonprofit, and we're raising $25,000 to build our tower and get on the air. With your help, we'll broadcast encouragement, truth, and the love of Christ across our community and across the world through the Spirit Radio FM app. Visit spiritradio.fm and give today. Let's bring light to Huntsville and beyond together.
Hey friends, this is Rob Hipp, and I'm here to talk about a true expert in the real estate world. Let me introduce you to my good friend, Terry Coleman of the Coleman Realty Group.
With 33 years in the business, I've dedicated my life to making your real estate dreams come true. Specializing in residential properties, I serve Walker and Montgomery counties, from Spring to Trinity and areas all around.
They call her your next door agent, and here's why.
I'm not just here to help you find a home or lease a property. I'm here to build lifelong relationships. Whether it's residential or commercial, farm or ranch listings, there's something for everyone.
Now you might wonder, what sets Terry apart from other real estate agents? Well, it's simple. She goes above and beyond for her clients, like the time she surprised a family from California with a fully decorated Christmas tree and gifts when they returned from closing. You shouldn't have to compromise on the joys of home during life-changing moments. So, if you're ready to make your real estate dreams come true, here's what you need to do.
Visit my website at myrealtorterry.com and let's make those dreams a reality.
That's Terry Coleman, your expert in all things real estate.
I'm Terry Coleman, your next door agent, and I can't wait to help you open the door to your new life.
This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
This is Deneen with Guardian Defense, and you're listening to Spirit Radio.
The spirit of Huntsville, spiritradio.fm.
All right, friends, welcome back as we wrap it up here in just a few moments. Hey, don't forget, mark your calendars on Friday. What are you doing Friday, Jason? You coming to you gonna come hang out with us at Cafe Texan?
Maybe.
Friday.
Friday?
Friday is our 600th episode, and we are celebrating 600 episodes at Cafe Texan. So please come out, come hang out with us. We'll be there.
So you're going to take Billy to Cafe Texan?
Yeah, we're going to Cafe Texan, brother. Yep.
Really? I'm going to have to ease that away.
Jackie Holtzman from K. Hovnanian Homes going to join us as well, give us some updates on the new development they've got out there and homes that they're building. And she'll come in, and we're just going to have a grand old time, old buddy, old son.
Grand old time.
Grand old time. Mark your calendars. Come hang out with us 7:30 to 9 on Friday. Cafe Texan. A couple of things that I wanted to go over, things you need to know today. No, Jason is real excited about this one. Jimmy Kimmel Live is officially returning to the airwaves after a short stint. He will be back on, Jason. You called me right when that was announced. You said, man, Jimmy Kimmel's off the air. I'm heartbroken. And they heard your cries. He is back on the air. Way to go, Jason.
Who's that?
He'll be back on Tuesday. Disney apparently had lost millions of dollars and tons of subscribers when they
I'm just curious about who that is.
Yeah, exactly. His ratings have been down year after year.
I don't even know the dude. So
our ratings are going up, by the way. So.
Are they?
Let me just say this real quick, and this is not political at all, okay? Because some of you are going to choose to take this political, and it's not political.
It's not meant to be political.
It's not meant to be political. His ratings and late-night TV ratings in general have been on a sharp decline for years. I actually did a bunch of research on this, and I was going to post it, but then I was like, no, it'll just create – what's the point? But I did my own research, looked up factual evidence and Nielsen ratings and all that stuff, and these late-night TV shows are on the decline. I don't find their comedy humorous at all anymore. It's boring. It's always one-sided. Back in the day, it used to poke fun at both or everyone. I really feel like late-night TV died when Jay Leno and David Letterman went off the air. Those were the last two that I enjoyed watching.
I'm back in the Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson was it too, yeah. And Letterman took over for Carson.
Leno did.
Leno was for Carson. Who did Letterman? I thought Letterman. You're right. Leno did.
Jay Leno took over for Johnny Carson.
Didn't take over. Filled that time slot because you ain't taking over for the Johnny Carson.
Yeah, you're not going to. I mean, that's like what's his name? Drew Carey on The Price is Right.
Yeah,
he's just filling in for Bob Barker.
Yeah.
I grew up with Bob.
Posthumously. How do you say it?
Posthumously.
That's a hard
Posthumously.
I got you on one, but that's a hard one.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, Jimmy Kimmel back. But Sinclair, the Sinclair Broadcasting Group has said we're not going to bring him back. So Disney channels will, the Disney groups, but Sinclair Broadcasting said nope, we're not going to do it. And there's been a lot of things that said that Trump had pressured the FCC to take him off the air. If that's the case, then why is CNN and all these other networks on the air as well? I know a little bit about the FCC, being in the media business and, obviously working to get our radio station on up and going. So I've studied the FCC a little bit and understand a little bit of the ins and the outs. But at the end of the day, it's really the whole idea of the FCC was the local ownership groups or the ownership groups of these stations can make those decisions. It's a free market, and that's what happened. So long story short, he's back on the air. Good. I never have watched any of his shows anyways, except what I've seen online, and I won't be watching going forward. A couple of things here. A recent study found, this is obvious, by simply blocking mobile internet on just blocking the mobile internet on smartphones, which that's the whole point of them, right? Besides calls, researchers were able to improve mental health more than antidepressants. Okay. The study only took place for 2 weeks, in which participants reported spending more time socializing in person, exercising, and being in nature. So here's what I take away from this. If you socialize more in person, you exercise, and you spend time in nature and look at all of God's creations, it means that your mental health will improve.
Right.
Now, there's things, don't get me wrong, there's medicine for a reason. There's legitimate chemical imbalances with people where you need medicine. I'm never going to deny that. But more of us do need to talk in person, We need to exercise, and we need to be out and see all the goodness that God has created out in nature. You want to go on a nature walk with me later?
Oh, Lord.
NBC Sunday Night Football celebrating its 20th season, having become the top-rated primetime program for 14 years in a row. The show has drawn in an average audience of 24.9 million for its first 3 matches this season, its best start since 2015. You know, I saw something that came across, and I didn't fact-check this, but I'm going to throw it out there for somebody else to fact-check. You know, the Charlie Kirk Show was the 5th podcast, most listened to podcast up before his death. I mean, it was up there. It skyrocketed to number 1.
Okay.
And then I heard this yesterday. I was scrolling through social media that they were saying that the episode, there's going to be his wife and someone else. They said that there could be hundreds of millions of people listening to that show, close to 1 billion people. Now, if that's legitimate, I don't know if any show has ever got 1 billion people listening.
Don't know.
So we'll see on that.
How are you going to track it?
Digital's easy to track. That's what's
Is
cool
it?
about digital. Yeah, you can track that stuff easily. Analytics through all that. Here's one, Jason, your TV show, Dawson's Creek. Remember that good old show, good old family show? You know, sit around Dawson's Creek.
Nope.
Well, they had a cast reunion for you last night in New York City. All things that just align up with you, Jason. Dawson's Creek, New York City. These are all things that you're very knowledgeable about.
Oh, well, I'm sure.
The original cast members did a script reading of the show's pilot episode. Everyone was there, except James Van Der Beek. See, that's the only thing that I know about that show is that guy, because some of the movies that he was in. But here's the sad part of why he was not there. He was diagnosed last year with stage 3 colon cancer. And that's pretty. He's a good. I do like him. He was in, I think, Varsity Blues. I like that movie.
Yeah.
Steve Martin had to cancel his appearance with Martin Short over the past week. He came down with COVID. A couple of other things here really quick. They're estimating that 200,000 people turned out in person for Charlie Kirk's service on Sunday in Arizona. You know, they had to turn people away. They filled up a whole other building.
Right.
I even had some friends that drove to Arizona, saw on her Facebook. She took her children and drove there to the Turning Point headquarters. I thought that was pretty cool.
Interesting.
Check this one out, Jason. You'll like this. They found out that a 3,000-year-old golden bracelet recently stolen from the Egyptian Museum in Cairo. That's an old bracelet, Egyptian bracelet. It was sold for $4,000. Here's the kicker, though. It was melted down. The restoration specialist at the museum reportedly confessed to stealing the artifact. They wanted the gold. Now, don't you think if you would melt down that bracelet, it would devalue it even more because it's an Egyptian bracelet? But no, this person wasn't very smart. A couple of last things here. Elaine Merck. This is sad. Elaine Merck Bender, one of the last remaining Munchkins from the 1939 classic The Wizard of Oz, has died. She was 94. She turned 8 years old while filming on the MGM lot for The Wizard of Oz. My mom somehow connected to the group of the Munchkins, and she became a pen pal and would write one.
That's interesting.
And he sent her a picture. Isn't that neat? Then my dad sent him a letter and said, "Quit writing my wife." No, I'm just kidding. Finally here, you're going to like this one.
All right.
This is the one that I've been waiting on. The best for last.
All right. Let's hear it.
All right. What holiday's right around the corner? You go knock on people's doors. Halloween right around the corner, right? This is the time of the year that the pumpkin spice scented candles are pretty prevalent. Pumpkin spice, you always see them, a lot of.
Yeah, I see them.
But here we go.
Everything is pumpkin spice.
Everything's like this. When you came in, I was like, "Are you wearing Old Spice?" And you said, "No, I'm wearing pumpkin spice." It was good. Jason's even in on this. Well, here it is. There are new aromas out there this fall.
Okay.
These include, check this out. You're going to love this. Grandpa's flannel.
All right.
Grandpa's flannel. I can smell that one on my. I miss the smell of my grandpa's flannel. Wet leaves. Like outside, the leaves get wet.
Yeah.
Wet sleep. And then another one. I don't know what this one will smell like. Regret. That's another one. Regret. The scent of regret.
What is? My mind is way in the gutter.
I don't know what the scent of regret would be. And then haunted apple orchard. Haunted apple orchard.
Okay, I'm good on that.
I don't know what that would be. But I'm curious though.
What does regret smell
No,
like?
the candle with the candle named regret. What would that smell? I'm just asking.
Is it like some of that prank spray you get off of Amazon?
I don't know. Sour citrus, grapefruit or bitter orange, cold ash, damp earth, maybe a metallic tang. Could be the smell of regret. Smoke, something that burned too quickly. I could kind of sense that, couldn't you? Mm-hmm. So it's more of like a poetic product that, something like that. I want to see. I saw something else that I want to see if I can find the news story on this. You're going to like this one if I can find it. A teacher. Here we go. A teacher's assistant. Let me see if I can find the story without the video. This was a teacher in South Carolina that there's a video of him doing this. Alexander Lewis, 32-year-old teacher's assistant, West Florence High School in South Carolina, recently arrested after law enforcement alleged that Lewis used a, quote, poop spray multiple times at the school to create a foul smell throughout the school.
I saw something about that on a news article.
Lewis alleged use of the spray, which is acquired online, caused disruption at the school and required children to seek medical attention for respiratory issues, so the sheriff's officer said. Lewis has officially been charged with disturbing schools and malicious injury to property. I mean, the guy even has a mugshot here. The school, though, here's the kicker to this. The school has spent $55,000 so far as a result of this alleged poop spray prank to have the school's air conditioning system inspected and repaired. Why did this guy do that? What was he? Was he walking down the hall?
I guess.
But the kicker is apparently this isn't funny. Apparently some kids have gotten sick from this.
Well, I mean, yeah, they say that stuff's pretty rancid. I don't know.
So there you go. That's the news that you really need to use this morning. So
I'm sure.
Well, hey, that'll wrap it up. Fun morning. Thank you. Thank you to Kyle Kreiner for coming and hanging out with us. We'll have gifts to give away again soon. I know we haven't did that in a while, but pocketbook, the Hello Huntsville pocketbook, not full right now, and the only thing that we've really been able to give away are Cafe Texan gift cards. We've ran out of those, and so if you are a business, we still have a lot of engagement on this show. If you're a business and you have something, or even if you're just someone on your own and you said, I'd like to donate some things to give away, feel free to. We'd love to have you. Studio doors always open here at 1229 Avenue J on the side of First Baptist Church. You can come in any morning that we have the show, hang out with us.
Yeah.
But
you get free behind the scenes.
Yeah, you get to come behind the scenes, see our debates that we get to have before the show.
Yeah.
Good stuff, good conversations.
Yeah, some days.
Come and hang out. So, well, friends, that'll wrap it up. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Many people joining us this morning. We'll be back at it tomorrow as we'll have our friend Taylor Chandler from Walker County Federal Credit Union joining the show. It'll be great to catch up with Taylor and check in, see what's going on with WCFCU, and as we continue to celebrate and promote the good here in Huntsville. And also, Kimberly Weiser will join us. He's the executive director of CASA. Always great to have CASA on our program. They come on once a month as well. As I end every show, reminding you this morning that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement, lend a hand of support. I promise someone out there this morning needs you. That'll do it. We'll see you tomorrow, 7:30. Good morning, Huntsville, and God bless. Thank you to Joshua Mashi behind the scenes as well. Thank you to you, Jason. We'll see you, buddy.
See you, buddy.